In an earlier Tell Me How to Do This.com video, here is what I said I was going to do. Using either this method or using this method, if that's your exclusive way of building web pages, it's time to adapt. And there's a lot of different reasons for it. We're going to talk about the value of a content management system in a later video, like I said. Here is the later video that I said I would do. And what we're going to do is talk about why you should tell you before I get started with this system. I have learned most of these concepts from internet marketers, and one in particular named Dave Taylor, who provides just an awesome amount of content for me. Actually has a website called AskDaveTaylor.com. But you can actually link to some information. Honestly, if you can get a hold of anything by Dave Taylor, it's totally worth it. I have learned so much from that guy. So let's get on to the concept here, but just can't thank Dave enough for what he's been able to teach me and what he's been willing to teach through some of the different things that he offers. So why you should use a content management system? Well, here's what most people do when they build a website. They have this page that they're working on in, say, FrontPage or Dreamweaver or any of the other what you see as what you get editors, WYSIWYG editors, and they build this page and they make it look nice, and they've got the little graphic up here, and they spend some time working on that page. They've got some content, and this is one page that they build, or maybe they build 2 or 3 pages like this, and then they take and they upload those to a server on the internet. And this box serves up their web pages for them onto the internet. Now you can find out how to do this process, which is called FTP. How to FTP files is covered in a different video on this site. They put them onto the internet as a static page. And then they maybe have some places they submit these pages out, but really basically they're waiting for traffic to come in and talk to their server, waiting for Yahoo and Google and MSN to come around and index their pages so that those search engines, so that they can get listed in the search engines. And they're hoping that by building this page and uploading it and maybe linking to this page from their existing website, that they can actually get traffic to come to that page. The challenge is it takes a long time, say 1, 2, or 3 months potentially, for people to come around to your website if all you're doing is building static pages and uploading them. Because the search engines only index a certain amount, and if you're waiting for the search engines to come around to your website, well, you could be waiting for a while. Here's another problem with just building this static page and uploading it, is how often are you uploading new content to your website? Google's question always, Google, and by Google I mean search engines in general, but Google's question always is, that's the search engine's #1 question, is there new content? So let's say when you first build a website and you get Google to come around to that website by getting a link from somebody else's website, Google comes around and goes, new content? Hey, okay, well, let's come back around in 90 days and see if, hey, there's new content. If the answer is yes, then you go into the 45-day bucket. So Google's going to come back around in 45 days. If the answer is no, then Google says, well, we'll just put them back into the 90-day bucket. So then Google comes back around at 45 days and says, hey, new content? If the answer is yes, then you now go into the, let's say, 22-day bucket. If the answer is no, you're likely going back into the 90-day bucket. So Google comes around at 22 days and they ask the same question, new content? If the answer is yes, you're going into the 11-day bucket. If the answer is no, you're going back into the 45-day bucket. And the process goes on and on again until you end up getting indexed. If you're able to put up new content on a daily basis or an every other day basis or an every third day basis, Google's going to come around every 3 or 4 days or every 1 or 2 days to check and ask this question. That's what the search engines want to know. Is there new content? Is there useful content here for the people who are looking for this kind of content at the search engine? And if it is, if it's good content and it's relevant to what's going on or what people are looking for, then you're more likely to come up in the search engines, particularly if you're adding new content on a regular basis. It's really difficult to do that when you're building individual pages and uploading them to a server somewhere. What if there was a way that every time you built one of these pages, as soon as you published that web page, it went out and said, "Hey search engine, hey social media website, hey RSS readers, guess what? If you will come here and take a look, you will see something. You will see what you are looking for. What you will find when you come to my page is new content. Exactly what you're looking for. Come take a look." What if there was a way that you could do that every time you built a new website, every time you built a new web page, every time you posted anything on your website, it told all of these people, "Hey, there is new content. Come and take a look." Wouldn't that be cool? That is why you use a content management system. Now, this video is not going to cover different types of content management systems. There are a ton of different content management systems out there. There's everything from blogging tools like Movable Type and WordPress to things like Joomla and Traffic King Pro, and there are a bunch of different content management systems out there that you can actually use. This video is not going to cover those things, but I can tell you what, there is somebody who can help you understand those things, and it's the same person who has helped me understand those. And that person is Dave Taylor. You can see a link right below the video. After this video concludes, I'm going to take you to a page where you can actually sign up to get tips like this on an ongoing basis delivered right to your email box. And as soon as you put your info in, then what I want you to do is right down below the video here, right underneath here, as soon as you put your info in, right underneath this box, you see a link down here for actually checking out Dave Taylor's course. And admittedly, it's a little expensive. He has some things which are a little less expensive, but I can tell you what, anything you can get your hands on is 120% worth it if you will actually take what he's offering and put it back into use in your online business. So definitely take a look at that course. It made sense to me, everything Dave was talking about, so I hope it will make sense to you as well. Step 1 is putting your email address on the next page that will load here in this window, and then step 2, click the link below to check out Dave Taylor's course on using a blog as a content management system. It makes a lot of sense. Thank you for visiting us today at tellmehowtodothis.com.